The official spring update for Theme Park Tycoon 2 has just released, including new rides, primitives, scenery, and as well as a new updated version to the Disable Collisions Game Pass, making it absolutely broken. I'm going to be covering everything in the update in this video right here, so make sure to stay tuned and find out. But starting off this video, we're going to get into the new roller coaster added called the Power Coaster. And here you can easily see the design of this. It is very, very similar to the Mine Train for those who have played this game before. But the thing that makes this different is that, once again, if you guys don't know what a powered coaster is, it's basically a coaster that goes ahead and powers itself from electricity and not gravity. Basically meaning in a drop like this, it is not going to do what you actually think it will do. So let's go ahead and put this coaster here on testing, and we will go ahead and start going forward. And going here, as you can see, this train is clearly all the same for the tracks, but it goes the exact same speed, nothing more. And coming up to the drop here, you'll think it's going to go fast, but no, it does not here. It goes the exact same speed, and it stays this way throughout the entire loop. Basically, what that means is that as long as you don't do any kind of modifications to the train, it will go ahead and stay the exact same speed throughout the entire time. As you can see, going down here is the exact same speed and not speeding up in the slightest at all. Now, in order to actually make this thing go faster or possibly slower, you will have to go to the settings when it comes to building a train. We'll go over to this one. If I click on this thing right here and I click on edit the selected piece, if you can see here, there are three little sections that you could possibly press: normal, speed control, and a station segment. The speed control right here is what we are really wanting to look at, and clicking on it, you can see on the right side here, this piece can be configured via the star. The star you can locate at the very bottom right here, and pressing this will show you the options to make this even better. Now, basically, in order to make this thing go faster, you will want to go ahead and click off the decelerate, and you'll want to vamp up the acceleration and as well as target speed. After that, you can exit out and then place your track right here. And what I'm going to show you guys is that right here, you see we have two trains right here. We're going to put this one on open real quick, and this left side, this left train right here, has all powered, whereas this right train does not have any power. And we're going to get into this one, and I will show you the difference of what this actually does. As you can see, it locks up because we have synchronization on, but then you can see that train is starting to move a lot faster, about double the speed. Obviously, it crashed because there's no more, but basically that is exactly what the powered coaster does. If you wanted to decelerate, you can click it here, and it will go a lot slower. With the basis of how this new coaster works, we're going to go and get onto the smaller things that have actually been added into this new update. First things I want to go and talk about are the new two redesigned rides. First is the Ferris wheel. Looking at this, I mean, this thing is a massive, bro. Like, this is massive, dude. You can go as well to the other Ferris wheel, and this is a lot smaller than the other one. As you as well as look at the price here, 25,000 to 16,000, meaning this new Ferris wheel here is nearly 10 grand more expensive to go ahead and place. Now, the second redesign that they added was actually going to be the space rings. This was a surprising one because I honestly do not hear many people talking about the space rings pretty much at all here. There's honestly not too much of a difference. Obviously, these rings look a lot more clean than these ones here. They look a lot more realistic. They're basically the exact same thing. Only difference is obviously the redesign. No different cost. Pretty much the exact same thing. Next thing that I want to start talking about is what makes this the spring update, and that is the unbelievable amount of scenery that Dennis here has added. As you can see here, there are a lot of freaking flower beds. I mean, this is honestly just absolutely crazy. This was the original flower bed and the only flower bed, and looking at here, there is a massive difference, dude. I mean, it's quite obvious here. The detail on the flowers is absolutely amazing. Mostly a PNG image, but it still looks unbelievable. The flowers, everything. And as well as over here, flower pots. As you can see, same flowers, same design, but they're now in a pot instead. As you can see over here, there is also hanging pots. Two types, where you have the hanging side off of a wall and the hanging ones from outside of the roof. More flower beds here, as well as you can see here, this was the original one that looks like this, where it kind of is, I don't know, it's kind of like that. Obviously, these are terrible. Like, I don't even know what this is. There's no way these are actual flowers. Guys, tell me in the comments, what even is this thing right here? Like, oh my. My most favorite part of the flower scenery here is plain flowers. There's no flower bed or anything like that, just plain flowers that you can place. As you can see here, there is actually two options. There's a much larger option and a smaller option, which is really nice to go ahead and not get yourselves too crowded. But then my best part here, it is the grass. Full on grass here. No longer do we have to make grass customly, which is amazing. Dennis has finally added full on grass, which is an absolute W. Some of the smaller things that aren't too noticeable that I would like to go ahead and mention, as well as if you're looking over here, there is now actually glass primitives. This may not seem like much, but this is honestly huge for the main community who are really experienced with building, as originally all we had here was just glass panels. This was it. This is all we had for any sort of glass. But now we have official complete primitives made of glass, which, I mean, this is just an absolute W from Dennis. As well as another noticeable thing, if you were to go ahead and grab an image panel here, one of the smaller image panels, you could, of course, obviously increase the size of your image panel to make it larger. But originally, you could not go ahead and make it smaller. Now, Dennis has added it where you can make it stupidly, oh my goodness, you can make this thing stupidly small. Like, look at this little guy here. Look at him. He's so freaking cute. A couple of quality of life changes that Dennis has also added into this is actually another way you can start earning even more money. As you can take a look here, going to any sort of ride, any one, you can go to here and you can see normally the income boost, which if you pay credits for, you can get double the amounts. But beside it is a friends boost. By clicking this here, if you have friends who are in the exact same server, you can go ahead and earn 10% more on basically any rides that you have, which this can go ahead and turn from a lot. But the main reason for this update is the new Game Pass update to the Disable Collisions Game Pass. This one, it honestly makes it absolutely broken. So let's take a look at this. I here, as you can see, set up 4 different things. You can see we have the regular primitives, we have smaller primitives, we have props, and we have any kind of scenery. Basically, what Dennis has done is that now you can basically add in a lot more primitives. Let's just go ahead and start spamming this here. This is gonna take a while, so yeah, just stay tuned for this. Alright, and as you can see here, there is too many items. That's another thing as well, quickly to mention, is that if there's too many items, there is going to be a red barrier that surrounds it, showing exactly which objects are going to go ahead and be in the way. But if you look here, if I were to select every single one of these, you can now have 137 of these primitives in a single spot. As originally, I think the original was around like 65, possibly something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but this is basically more than doubled, which is insane. But this does not even get to the broken part, as the broken part comes with these small primitives. As you know, the main thing that stops from a lot of objects in one spot is simply by each square, which is why, as you can see, this white square here is basically one real life square in the code. But when it comes to the small primitive objects, this is where this new update is absolutely busted. Just look at this. So yeah, if you guys saw what that is, that was a time lapse of simply how many objects you can place in here. And as you can see as well, something to note is that the smaller primitives, they have like their quarter squares, as you can see right here. This goes right in between. So basically in this quarter square, there's already too many items. This quarter square, this one, and as well as this one. But the real question is exactly how many items did I just place? Go down to the comments and tell me how many items do you guys think I just placed here. I select over all of these ones. We already have 250 items. Let's go ahead and delete these. And there's still a lot more. Let's select over all of these. 239 items. Let's delete those, and guys, 239 items plus 250. That is 489 objects. Some people have managed to get exactly 500. 500 items in a single square is absurd. sir. And that's exactly why this update is unbelievably busted. Disable Collisions got a massive buff to its Game Pass. It's without a doubt the best Game Pass now, without a doubt, if you can go and do this. As well as something notable as well with props that are a little bit weird for some reason, is that if I grab this oil barrel here, and if I were to just use my auto clicker quickly and start placing, as you can see here, if I go to select them all, only 30 items are placed. But if I were to grab the barrel instead and start auto clicking it as well, as you can see here, these are the exact same thing. It's fine. 46 items. These can go up to sometimes 50. So even though they're all still props, some of them are different. Some of them have been able to get up to 50, some only 40, some 30, but for most of the objects, a 30 is basically the minimum it can go. As well as something for the scenery here. If we take a look here, you can get 37 items, which is basically the max for almost all of the scenery items. But that's gonna do it for all of today. If you guys want to keep on seeing even more videos just like this for Theme Park Tycoon 2, please leave a like and subscribe, as it shows a great amount of support. But with that all said, thank you all so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.